Hi, for those who want to learn or perform Kundalini Yoga, I want to share this video about my learnings and notes so far, which I felt quite useful, and also sort of a record for myself to refer in future. So what I want to cover is in Kundalini Yoga, there are three major things we can combine and do this effectively. So one is doing the practices, the breathing, Vasi Yogam, Pranayama, and some exercise like Surya Namaskar. So basically, one is the practice, the other one is understanding how this the process is, what is Kundalini Yoga, and how is this energy that is being pulled from Mooladhara chakra and passes through various 7 chakras and reaches the Agna chakra, and thereby it gives strength and takes us to a different state. So the knowledge, right? So that is the second, and the third one is the regulating our own life in a way that become more calm and peaceful. That kind of environment will provide more opportunity for this to happen. So Kundalini Yoga, to me, it cannot be done. It only happens, and we just need to allow the body and the atmosphere for it to take place. And whenever we create such atmosphere, it happens. So thereby we can say I have learned it, but still it is not something that can be done by mind. It involves many process, just like digestion. With the mind we can never perform the digestion, but still this happens every day, and so is all the activities in the body. So I wanted to go step by step. So these three processes, I believe, if we combine, and also Swami Vivekananda says it's art of combining these 4 yogas. Maybe this is kind of a warm up for that, or kind of starting point through which any yoga is not just performing one particular task. It's a combination of all. In fact, a good life also provides this opportunity and makes this to happen. So we'll go with each step. So first one is the practice. I've made small videos in the past explaining about how to do this pranayama, how to feel the pranic energy, and to a certain extent what is Vasi Yoga, and also how that can be done. They are basically close to each other. So I just wanted to revise it again and again, so that I'm refining this process in order to make it more simpler based on my observation and learning. So it's kind of getting simpler, and every single day, that once we start observing and practice it. So that's why I wanted to do these videos again and again. So in order to first understand this natural breath, we basically need to play with the breath to a certain extent and see how it responds. For example, if you want to learn about an object which is totally new, we just kind of catch hold of it, look closely, press and see how it feels, and check the weight and things like that. So a similar process can be done with our breath, and also we can learn more about it. And once we catch hold of that point, then if we keep practicing, then it becomes part of our life, and it is easy to reach those states. So to begin with, let me start with the practice itself to a certain extent, give a demo, and we'll go away. And I'm planning to have this 4 or 5 videos maybe. So we'll go in detail as much as possible in each one of them. Allowing the natural breath is that breathing process is happening unconsciously. Subconscious mind is performing this. So in order to first understand how the subconscious mind is doing this, we'll have to really stay quiet and observe. It is maybe to a certain extent it's possible to observe somebody else doing the breath than us, because the moment we get involved, we tend to do this inhale and exhale by ourselves, which is wrong. Why? Because that's not how the process happens regularly. So in order to observe that the spontaneous action, we need to kind of initially stretch this breathing. So one way is first go into a state where you need to struggle for breath, right? At that time the mind process really drops, and the importance goes to the natural process. For example, if you are struggling for breath, we kind of take a deep breath the moment we get a chance to take more air. Supposing if we get caught inside water or a dusty place where you cannot breathe, the moment you come out, we take a long breath, right? So we don't even plan, but it just happens at that moment. So there lies this secret to identify how the natural breath is. And also those who go for a long run, marathon, they get to experience this rhythmic breath. Basically they will try to observe, they try not to think about anything while they are running, and also they will maintain the rhythm in their breathing. So once you balance or maintain certain rhythm, it produces a uniform amount of energy so that you can run for longer time. So that is what the situation we need to create. It's kind of easy. So all you need to do is just let the exhale to happen first. So make sure that you don't inhale too much of air, keep exhaling, we cannot, because this our body urges and makes us to take more air. So what we do is, we take a little bit of air in and then keep releasing the air, so that it's, assume your lungs is like a balloon of this size, and it is now filled with air, and there is an inhale and exhale. Whenever exhale happens, it just contracts, and when inhale happens, it expands. So this is the action now, because this air is kind of compressible. So what we are going to do is, we are going to exhale and then let the quantity to be as minimal as what is basically required, beyond which we cannot go. So that is the point we are going to go. For that, we are going to continuously exhale and take a little breath, and then continue to exhale and take a little breath, exhale. So it is like this. You just inhale, exhale, I'm doing more exhale than inhale. I cannot do this forever, because I will then run out of air. I'm going to do this to this point, beyond which I may not be able to do, and I'm going to try to stay in this place, which is kind of critical, and it is what is going to give us an idea about the natural breath. So when you are struggling, your mind stops from most of its activity, and the natural process begins to take over. At that moment, you will feel that there is a energy that comes and acts, that performs this inhale task. It overrides yourself, and then it kind of gives a pleasant sensation when it happens. It is like